Okay. How'd you guys start?
In college in 1964, when the entire Beatlemania thing was happening, there was all that high energy in the air about something new and big happening. So I thought, well, if they can get their clothes ripped off, so can I. I mean, silly thoughts that just run through your head when you don't have a group, But I went on the road and instantly had This Diamond Ring as the first record, and that's odd because it was the first record and it was my first million seller also. And then follow-ups just had to keep coming,
How did you get that song? Was it a friend of yours?
This Diamond Ring?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of him. Well, you probably have. Al Cooper used to play in the Blues Project. Yeah. He wrote it at the time that he was with the Blues Project, and everybody said, what? How that's just not his style at all, But right now it's well over 4 million copies, Initially it was 1.2 million, because they're repackaging,
It was a good song. Do you think you could have got your success because of your father? Do you think that had a lot to do with it, or do you think you attained it on your own? Do you think
I definitely attained it on my own because This Diamond Ring was #1 in the country on Billboard before my dad even knew I had a group.
Oh, really?
So, and it's rough to keep things from him because I was going to do it myself. I took my group down to Disneyland, auditioned. They dug it. They didn't even know who I was or who my dad was or anything like that. They hired us for 3 months. And we played there for 3 months. And then that's where our producers, Snuffy Garrett, co-producers, and Leon Russell saw us. Yeah. They said, we got a great tune called This Diamond Ring. You want to do it? We've offered it to Bobby V and he hates it, So I said, pull it out of the drawer. Let's hear it. And I said, that's it. Let's cut it. I mean, there was no doubt about it that was the first one to come with.
So your backup group now, you still go by Gary Lewis Playboys, right?
Yeah, true. But like
Playboys?
No, when I went in the Army, they had to disband, and get other jobs. And currently they're Leon Russell's band right now. But there was one more question that I started to answer, whatever it was.
What was it?
Oh well.
Oh well, we'll get back to that maybe.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about becoming an actor, like your father, or a comedian or something, because of him?
Nothing now at all.
Never did even.
No aspirations for anything like that at all. What I want to do with my life right now, which naturally may change in 10 years, I want to branch out, have publishing companies. I want to write a lot of music, but most of all, those. Did I say production company? Production company, because all over the world and in the country you see so many great groups and great musicians that will never ever be seen of or heard of because of lack of money or not knowing anybody. So that's why I want to get a production company together and sign groups and record them. Possibly, I don't know about getting your own label. That's kind of shaky, I'll just sign a little deal somewhere.
And you're on Epic now?
Yeah.
Do you have a new song now? You just recorded.
A new single?
Yeah.
Well, here it is, America. It was called One Good Woman, but it didn't make it. Something happened like lack of distribution. I went on a promotional tour for 3 weeks, went to the distribution houses, and they said, what? One Good Woman? We never heard of that. And so we called the Epic people, and they said, well, the guys who handle that are out of town, So they actually, they get you. They get you,
I heard that you had a big hit in England sometime. It was like an old song of yours. Heart Symphony or something?
My Heart Symphony, 9 years old. A 9-year-old tune.
Didn't Count Me In came in too, didn't it?
Right. That's a hit now. But the thing that's so strange is that we went to England like 3 times within 1 year trying to promote Everybody Loves a Clown, Just My Style, Count Me In, a lot of the things, and nothing. They would have no part of me. Would not buy a record. And now all of a sudden, 9 years later, some DJ decides to pull out a 9-year-old record, and I think it went top 15 on the English charts, and now Count Me In's the follow-up. Which I don't understand it. I really don't.
Sure. When you first started, when your father found out about this, did he disapprove of it and wanted you to quit? Or did you just go out?
No, because he definitely never encouraged me or any of my brothers to go into any field. You know, he never encouraged it at all. But I always knew that I wanted to go into some form of show business, but just never knew what facet of show business. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Okay. But so I chose music, you know, and he does his comedy thing, and I think things are very smooth there. If I was trying to, not putting Frank Sinatra Jr. down or anything, but I mean, he does do exactly what his dad did then and now with a big band, and you know, I mean, how what kind of recognition is that, except for people saying he's just like his dad, isn't that great? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so that's why I want to make it on my own again.
There was a movie. I was curious whose idea it was. In Family Jewels, I think you came out of an airplane singing. Then they played a record of you singing. And whose idea was that to put that in?
That was my dad's idea. Yeah, it was crazy. He did an airplane sequence where the lady put her musical headphones on, and she said, "Captain, the music's too loud. Turn it down." And he opens the door to the men's room, and here we all are, and you're going, He slammed it shut. And that was it, you know. Just cameo shots, you know. I don't, I'm not really good with memorizing lines and plays and stuff like that, you know. I like to write music, you know, and I can actually write. By writing music, I don't mean just chords, you know. I can write all the notes and whatever. So scoring is also an interesting thing to do, you know, when you have a band there that you're recording and you have the score sheet in front of you, you know, and you know the trumpets are coming and you're pointing to them.
Yeah.
Real interesting, you know.
You started out in the group doing the drums, right?
Yeah.
Now you're on guitar.
And well, I love guitar very, very much. But drums always has been my first love because I started playing drums when I was 5. So therefore, I mean, if you keep going, I mean, you will get better, you know, and pick up a lot of other people's ideas and incorporate your own ideas. But I do love the drums, and eventually we're going to work in part of our show where I'm going to play the drums and get a set of timbales, get a little Latin feel together, you know. Got a lot of pretty good ideas that I think the new album will probably be all right, and the title of the album will probably be New Directions.
And you haven't recorded yet?
We've recorded 3.
3 of them.
3.
Do you write a lot of your own songs now?
Okay. Since I've been with this group and the last group, that's a total of about a year. I think I've written like 6.
When you do your concert, do you do a lot of your own songs?
Most
of them? Every one of them, except you.
Well, like, yeah, you know, like, that's, very few people request that, you know. But we have been getting so many requests for Listen to the Rhythm of the Falling Rain, Sealed with a Kiss, Save Your Heart for Me.
Yeah.
And I had phased those out for about a month or 2. And all of a sudden, man, you know, people are dwindling away, and I'm not getting as many compliments, you know. They say, play Save Your Heart for Me. I say, but I can't because the band is new. They don't want to know from that.
Yeah.
You know, so we learned them the day before yesterday and yesterday.
So you do them now?
Yeah, so now we do 9 of the hits of the 60s, 3 originals that I wrote, and I feature Angel on one number. You know, you just give me a little breather break.
Do you, your new music that you do, is it tend to more hard rock or like acid rock or something like that?
Not nowhere near acid rock. A perfect example of the kind of music I like to play. And you know, when you're trying to actually sell records and everything, it's not what you like to play, it's what you think they want to hear. I'm talking about AM commercial, that kind of stuff. But anyway, to compare what I like most, where my musical head is like Edgar Winter, Johnny Winter also. There's pardon me there. I can't think. I have a billion albums. I've got every Beatle album in the world. I love the Beatles. I love Leon Russell because he was a big influence in my technical knowledge of guitar. So I definitely say it's heavier than what anybody would expect from Gary Lewis and the Playboys.
You have a hobby.
Whenever I can, whenever we have enough time, I try to round up as many people as I can at motels, guys and everything. I've got gloves, balls, love baseball.
Oh, that's great.
Absolutely love baseball. Played it all my life, you know. That's my favorite thing other than music.
Oh, you're gonna get together, you might even do it before you take off then. So much people there together.
Well, there's some very nice ladies there,
Yes.
too. I am single, by the way.
Do you, what people do you like now that's in the music today, scene today? Do you have favorites now?
Yes, Edgar Winter, like I said.
Yeah.
Bad Company. Doobie Brothers. I like a couple of Santana's older albums.
Mm-hmm.
You heard of Chick Corea?
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah.
Wow, man. Unbelievable. You certainly got to be in a certain frame of mind to listen to that.
Yeah.
You know, but it's great. I mean, it's great. Did I lose the question again?
No. Now, we was talking the other night that you're kind of a big fan of Elvis's.
Yes.
And that's when you wrote that song I saw Elvis Presley.
I remember that, too. That won't be too loud, huh?
Oh, no.
When I saw Elvis Presley that night, Elvis Presley last night, and the boogie and the rock, pushing through your I'd say wasn't even messing with you. Elvis Presley, he's still the king of rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. There you go.
That's great. You wrote that yourself, right?
Yeah, I had to. There's other lines in it like when the band began to play. Oh, I don't remember, but they were
Yeah.
perfect lines for the way he was
Oh,
moving and
sure.
throwing his scarves out, you know, and stuff like that.
I think the only one to appreciate that song would be Elvis Presley fans. There's so many of those. How's that come
I would
out?
actually like
Come
to
out
have
like
him
that?
hear it.
Oh,
You know,
sure. Did you ever get to meet him?
Yeah, he's a great guy. Just one time, we went to see him. My dad and my mom and myself, for my mom's birthday, went to see Elvis, and we went backstage after the show, and I couldn't believe it, man. That's the way people think about stars. They think they're, well, sit down, you know.
Yeah.
He was great, man. Great. First thing, man, he stood up. He was all hot and sweaty. He's pouring us a few drinks. How'd you like the show? How are you? Hey. You know, and it knocked me out.
Sure.
Knocked me out.
You did Rockabye, was Rockabye Baby? You were in that?
Yeah, right, when I was 11.
Yeah, was that your first, like, screen appearance? Or did you do something before that?
No, that was the first thing.
What was it? You got matches time? He's got some matches in here.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add to the interview? Anything you would like some people to know, or?
I would like the people to know that Gary Lewis and the Playboys definitely still do all the old hits out of the 60s, updated arrangements, but we don't change them that much. They just sound like the music of today. Plus, we do original things also that are a little heavier, you know, but it's not so heavy that it would ever blow anybody out of a club or anything. And we do have new stuff coming up, recording an album soon, and we'll be in Miami pretty soon, and then Harrah's Club in Reno. And can't think of anything else.
Okay, well, that's great then. We'll end it there then.